What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Champ and the Tramp. This episode is brought to you by Bubba Coos Burritos, building better burritos.
You know, I was there this past week, and, I never knew they had such good chicken wings. I got a garlic parm. They were cooked really good, crispy, not uncooked. You know how they can be sometimes. Definitely worth giving it a shot. Bubba Coos Burritos.
Check them out, guys.
Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You and I rocking out with Iron Man, FE. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. We're never tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the Champ and the Tramp, let the bomb blast.
Ready, baby?
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Champ and the Tramp. We got a good one for you this evening. It is a feel-good episode for sure. Why do I say that? Because we have Mr. Wally Santos in the house, better known as Mr. Positives, owner of Pure Organics Dry Cleaning in the Bronx, born and raised. He's here in the house. He gets down to the Jersey Shore once in a while. I have narrowly missed him a few times. I missed you by a couple hours one time at Spicy's. I've been following him on Instagram for a while. If you wake up and you feel like you're not having a good day and you want a nice little dose of positive energy in your life to kind of set the mood for your day, you want to follow this guy. I'm telling you right now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir,
you for
man.
coming in, Wally.
Hey, thank you for having me. The first thing, before I get started, I'm not patronizing you. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. You're my idol. Let me tell you why. All right, let me tell you why. Three things. All right, first of all, because I'm divorced also, all right, and I see the way you interact with your children. It's very endearing. You're a good father. We need that, okay, because kids growing up with one-parent family, you need like two or three people to raise your kids. You know what I mean? So
that's the real pandemic.
Right.
Is single, whether it's mother or father, parent households.
Right.
They need two parents. You know.
They
So.
do, they do. So a lot of fathers don't, and you care, and it's very endearing. And when I remark, I always tell you, I always comment on that. That's the first thing.
You really do. Yep.
All right. Now that's the serious. The second one is because you help bridge the age gap for me loving the Jersey Shore so much.
He brought the older audience in.
All right,
The geriatrics.
I love it. I love it.
So what happened was, all right. So I'm 60. I'm gonna be 61 in a few weeks.
We're not that
Okay.
far apart,
All
pal.
right.
We're not that
All
far
right.
apart.
So and what happened was I'm the oldest frat boy on IG. All right. Anyway. I'm really into the Jersey Shore, and I'm feeling really guilty because I'm 49 and I'm about to turn 50, all right? And I'm really loving it, right? Because those kids, I was living through them. You know what I mean? I said, because we started. But first
a lot of people did.
Okay, so
Coming down to the shore, right?
yeah. So my generation started it. All right, we were Guidos back in the early '80s. All right, so and I watched them, and I really got a kick out of all of those guys. I really did. But what really was I'm feeling guilty, and this is when you came in. You helped me. You made me feel better because I was really digging Sammy Sweetheart. All right, and I'm going, yo, like she's my daughter's age, but I'm really because for this she looks. I swear to God, I'm an overachiever. My ex-wife is so hot. Okay, I thank you God for giving me this one. All right, and what happened was. Sammy Sweetheart looked like her. You know what I mean?
No way.
And people used to mistake my ex-wife's like 5'9". They used to mistake her for Cindy Crawford. That's how hot she was. I'm serious.
Good for you, Wally.
all the
Good
wise
for you.
guys in the neighborhood wanted her. Okay, I'm serious. So what happened was when I see Sam, I said, oh, man. But then I saw Ronnie. I said, he's from the Bronx. You know what I mean? So, and they were a good couple.
I got a shot. I got a shot.
No, but I said, he's a nice-looking guy. They made a good couple. All right, but I only had two beefs because I don't want to start no wars with these guys, all right? Because I don't want them to fight me when they see me, all right? Because I see Ronnie once in a while. He lived in the neighborhood. I saw him driving around, but I never spoke to him or anything like that. But I don't want him to start with me. But what happened was, see, I'm from the Bronx, and I grew up in a really nice neighborhood, but some of my friends came from Arthur Avenue, okay? And Arthur Avenue is tough. It's a tough Italian neighborhood, all right? And everybody that moves, they all come back. When you go there, you see plates from Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, because they all come back there, all right? And there's a lot of wise guys there. So they were tough guys. So when I see Ronnie cry, Sammy. Come on, man. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Fucking, what are you, steroids are fucking making you fucking get soft? Come on, man.
Listen.
That's the power of the P. That's the power of the P.
If you search hard enough, you'll find some videos of Roger shedding some tears on the camera as well.
That is pure facts, people. Divorce is rough.
It's rough.
Divorce is rough.
It is. It's rough. So what happened was, so I'm seeing this. Come on, tough. Throw some balls. Toughen up. And then that, but I like that kid. I do like. And then the other one.
I still talk to Ronnie at least a couple times a month. Probably,
okay, so and then the other one was Vinny. I'm homesick. Get the fuck out of here. You live in Staten Island, bro. You can see the Jersey Shore. You can see the Jersey Shore from Staten Island. His mother could call out the window. Vinny, come on, dude. You could hear her. She was fucking calling out the window. I'm homesick. Oh, fucking take the 10-minute car ride, go home and eat. He could have went home and eat every fucking night and come back to the show. I'm like, oh, I'm so homesick.
I forgot about that one,
man.
actually. He did. He left for like a week.
Yeah, he did. That was soft, bro.
Listen, I'm not making any excuses, but that's that Italian, like, like real family-orientated shit. Like, I think he still to this day lives with his mom, I think.
Right.
Or like he bought a mansion of a house and she lives on one side.
Right. But so I would say, like, because I remember they went to go get him. It was like a 10-minute car ride. Let's go get him. They jumped in the car and they ran 10 minutes away. Come on, tough it up. All right, Vinny, come on, man. We got the money gone on the table. You like it? Huh? So anyway, but that show really, I was into it. So and the other one, you could think I'm crazy. All right, so like I said, I overachieved my whole life. So my ex-wife was really beautiful. So I was going with this really hot girl, Brazilian girl. And she spoke Portuguese. I'm Portuguese, Puerto Rican, a little bit Italian, but I don't speak anything. I'm a Bronx, New Yorker, born and bred in the Bronx, all right? And I hung out with a lot of Irish guys. I learned how to drink when I was 12 with all those Irish hooligans, all right? So, all right? But anyway, I overachieved, so I'm going out with this girl, and so it's Thursday night, so I said, come on, we watch the Jersey Shore. So she goes, yeah, because I wanted to see Sammy. Right? So now so watching everything like that. So she liked it too, all right? And she didn't speak that. She spoke Portuguese. Her English was bad.
Hey, just for the record, even the people that hated it loved it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So anyway, so she's watching it too. All right, she's getting into it. So then I realized probably like the second year after you were on, why she really liked it. Because what happened was, this is crazy. We're going at it. She's riding me like I'm fucking Seabiscuit. All right, she's going. I love you. I love you, honey. All right, she's going wild, screaming at me in Portuguese, talking tongues. I don't know what the hell she was saying. I was like, I love you. I want to marry you. All right, she was riding me, man. And then she called me Roger. So, what? What the fuck? So now listen, most guys.
Wait, she got an Instagram?
Yeah. So most guys would be jealous, be pissed off, or whatever like that. I said, no, this is the best sex I ever had. So then it became a joke. I said, come on, baby, let me give you a little. We knew the cinnamon or the code word for knockdown, drag out sex was, you want to watch the Jersey Shore? I said, yeah, come on, baby, I'll give you a little Rogering.
But I'm happy I helped you out.
Yeah, so most guys. But
that's awesome.
So that was the three reasons I said, like, I always admired you, and I always commented on your stuff when I saw you with the kids and everything. And then I said, you know what? I'm gonna tell tales. I'm gonna tell everybody. Let it all out anyway. So I might as well tell it. You know,
hey,
what
man,
I mean?
I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. That means a lot. Thank you for coming. I made plenty of mistakes in my life, but I feel like the one that I'm, that I'm focused on, and that I'm gonna fuck up at this too, but I'll never fail is being a dad. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm meant to be. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
yeah.
Everything else I'll learn from, and I'll learn from that too. But everything else is like a learning experience. But not my focus anymore. Being a dad is what I feel like I'm put on this earth to do.
You're doing a great job. And then I saw that I heard he said that like you're friends with your ex-wife's, not friends, but he's friendly and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. So, why would I want to go through my life living in purgatory, man? I see people do that. I see divorced people do that. They hate the ex. They hate the fucking new dude. I don't hate anybody. I really, truly don't, man. Good. I just, you know what I want? I just want peace. That's it. Peace.
That's what I want too.
And he's listen. You could pick a lot of people for your ex to be with. You
Right.
can pick a lot of people. I think he's a nice guy.
Right.
Really do.
That's
He's
good.
good to my
That's
kids.
good.
So,
Right.
you know.
That's good. That's all that counts.
Think he's
So-
handsome?
I do. I think he's devastatingly handsome. He probably more handsome than me, Frank.
Yeah.
Does that make you feel better?
That's
Does that
a
make you feel
tall
better?
order, bro. That's a tall order.
Nah, bro, he's like 25 years old. He's in his prime. He's in good shape. He's a good-looking dude.
It's a 20-year swing, bro.
I got
Yeah.
You
no.
know, it's a 20-year swing.
I got
right?
no hate for that dude at all. None.
That's
He's
good.
never come at me sideways. I
Right.
got no hate for that guy.
That's good. See,
That's that's like imagine driving a 19
She upgraded, bro. She
1990
upgraded.
Ford Taurus.
She traded,
I got a 2020
she
Corvette, baby.
Traded in the old truck for a new fucking, sports car. So
well, my ex-wife was really beautiful. So I told her best revenge is to do better than me. All right, and she kept herself in fantastic shape. She looks fantastic. All right, and I try to pass the olive branch, but it's me. My kids are going to see this because they follow me, and they're going to see this podcast. So I listen. What do you call that? It's 25 years we haven't been married.
Oh,
you know what I
wow.
mean? So it's
You're beyond
so it would be
reasonable, not reasonable doubt.
what do you call that?
Jurisdiction, not jurisdiction. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
oh, you're losing me.
it's
Beyond,
over.
yeah, you can't get charged for the crime because it's already passed. There's a
Oh,
term for
yeah,
it.
yeah.
There's a term for that. Yes. Well, I think it will pop in my head. I'll remember it. But what happened was, when I first got divorced, what happened was I was so afraid that my children were going to call someone else dad that I really went overboard. I was crazy, and I rented one of those big RVs and I took them to Florida. Okay, and we went to Florida for like about 10 days. We were down in Florida, and when I came back, I was bringing back to their mom, and she was with her new man. Okay, so and he was younger than me. He was in good shape. All right, he was an attorney, and he boxed. He could kick my ass. So what happened was, I bring him back, and I see him. He was giving her respect, like letting her bond with the kids, and they went in the house and stuff like that. And he stayed in the car. So me being a jerk, I took my time getting stuff. So, we got grandma something. Hold on. And I'm going through this stuff looking for shit to put souvenirs. And I'm bringing her one thing at a time just to make him stay out in the car. And he's stowing. So finally I said, all right, I busted his balls low. It's like 20 minutes. So I pull away and he's still sitting on the steps. He didn't go in the house. So what happened was, as I go, listen, that's where you belong, on the steps like a fucking dog. Well, he jumped off there and he came at me. So I'm trying to say, I can't be pussy and drive away. You know what I mean? But this guy can kick my ass. So I said, well, you open your big mouth. You might as well get out there. And so I put it and I get out. Now, I just came back from Disney. So I was wearing a goofy hat.
With the ears, the
With
whole
the
fucking
ears,
nose?
yeah, the ears. Okay, and what happened was
You
when
can't hit a guy in a goofy hat.
when you pull the string, all right, the ears and the head, they flap. So I go, so his fist is clenched. I'm looking at you, this motherfucker got a big fist too, man. So I'm going, oh, man, you're going to have to take it like a man. So I'm getting ready. He goes, you hit it first. I said, me and Goofy are going to fuck you up. And I'm like this. And the hands are clapping in his face. His eyes are rolling. He's getting crazy. Come on. Throw the first. Goofy, get him. The thing's clapping in his face. So what happened, my ex-wife came out, and she's screaming and yelling, and that gave me my window to get the hell out of there. I said, listen, I'm not scared of you, pussy, but I'm scared shit of her. And I got in there, boom, and I got out. So
great.
I we always had run-ins, you know what I mean? And it's my fault, and I have a big ego, okay? So it's my fault I'm divorced. I was a cheater and a gambler. I'm going to cover that too, all right? And she was a good mother and a good wife, and it's my fault, 100% my fault, all right? But I had a big ego, and I like the way, like they're trying to shut me out. Like when my daughter calls me, she asks me for money. She said, Dad, I want to go get my nails done. I said, all right, I'll be right over.
How old are your children?
So now they're old. My daughter's 35. I'm a grandfather. My daughter's 35. I had kids when I was like 23, and my wife was only 18. Yeah. All right, so anyway, I have a 35, a 33, and my son's 31. Okay. All right, so they were teenagers at the time. And so I went to go give them money, and I went in their condo, all right, and they had to buzz me in, all right. So what happened was they buzzed me in, and I gave them money. So my daughter comes downstairs, she goes, Mom said, don't come in the building no more, stay outside. So that pissed me off, you know what I mean? I said, tell your mom the next time I'm there, I'm going to piss in the plants in the hallway. All right? So my daughter thought it was funny, so she told him, and he got crazy, and he chased me down. He chased me down like about a mile. I said, oh, here he is again. So I had some run-ins with him. And now we had 2 beautiful weddings for my daughters, and it's a shame because we didn't talk, we didn't say a word to each other, didn't take pictures and stuff.
Now wait, that's you and her new dude, or you and the ex-wife?
No, my ex-wife, and we have 3 kids, and 2 of our girls got married.
And you didn't speak to the ex-wife?
I didn't speak to her. I didn't speak. So
See, I don't want that.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. So my goal was to this year to make amends, and I'm the one that's gonna have to pass the olive branch.
Have you done that yet?
Not yet.
No,
not yet.
How do you think that will happen? And do you think she'll accept that?
Yeah, I think my son is the next one. My son, he scored unbelievable too. He's 31 and he does a chef and he's on YouTube and I see this hot girl's hitting on him. I go, oh, look at this guy. So she's 40, he's 31. Turns out she has 7 million followers on Instagram. What? She's like a big star in Bollywood or Indonesia. Yeah. She's like Julia Roberts over there. Wow. She's beautiful. Seems like she's into my son. So maybe the next one. Yeah. And then we'll bury the hatchet. For my boy. So
that's tough to do after I mean, I'm recently divorced, but after, would you say 25 years?
Yeah,
it becomes the norm, I think, at a certain point.
Yeah.
And that's
I don't want that. Yeah, and listen,
you have to try, if that's what you want. I think you have to put forth the effort to try, and then the ball's in her ballpark at that point, and then maybe that'll relieve a little bit of the pressure on you.
She lives in a beautiful house. She remarried. They have another child. She should just let it go. I even forgive her for kicking my ass. She beat me up one time. This is a great story. All right, so I'm gonna talk about my gambling in a second. I'm gonna have addictive personality. Okay, and what happened was, I was addicted to going to topless joints, all right? And I was going like every weekend, and my wife was going crazy because why you have to go there? You have me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and I was going a lot. So what happened was, I owned a Kirby vacuum franchise, and I had about anywhere between 15 to 50 salespeople working for me at any given time because they were door-to-door sales, all right? And you just hired them, and they come and they go, all right? So what happened was, I said, listen, anybody that sells 4 machines. Now, usually the guy sells 1 a week, 2 maybe. And he said, anybody that sells 4, we're going to Sue's Rendezvous. There's a bikinis contest. Open bar, I taking care of your drink. You don't come empty-handed, no wallet, don't bring no money. It's on me for the whole night. So 7 guys that never sold shit. All young guys sold 4 machines.
Yeah.
So I saw
they bought them themselves.
Oh my God. So I went. I grabbed a couple of thousand from the bank. I said, all right, let me go. I said, I took it. So my wife said, if you go there, there's gonna be problems. I'm telling you right now. There's a bikini contest.
What was the name of it?
Okay, Sue's Rendezvous.
Obviously, long gone, right?
Yeah, long gone. Yeah.
Kind of like Scores. Scores was pretty legendary. That's gone, right?
Yeah, it's gone. So what happened was, it's an open bikini contest. So we're there. All right, and girls are coming in, dancers and strippers are coming in, and girls off the street that were nice looking were coming in. There was a lot of money at stake there. So all guys, when they were coming in, guys were serenading. Well, yeah, look at this one. So all of them, look at this, and guys are doing a beer shout. Fucking beers flying all over. It's my ex-wife. She comes in. She's wearing a spandex skirt. Like all the way up, and she's 5'9". She's wearing heels. She's like 6 foot. The guys are going crazy. Yeah, yo, that's my wife. So what happened was, I go to grab her. The bouncer's like 6'7" Albanian guy, but like an offensive lineman. All right, for the Jets. He belts me, drops me like a bag of dirt, and he hit me. I was down, like I could see stars, everything. Then he has a size 16 MC boot in my throat. He's like crushing me. All right, all right. So what happened?
Why? Because he doesn't realize what you're doing.
He didn't realize. He thought I was hassling a girl. He thought I was attacking one of the girls. So what happened was, I got away, and I show him my wallet, my picture. I got my picture of me and my wife. And that's what. All right, take it outside. All right. So she took all kinds of like self-defense courses and stuff like that. So we go outside. All right, and I'm embarrassed as it is, and plus I'm woozy. That guy hit me really hard. You know what I mean? I was woozy. She has a little Fendi bag, and she hits me right on my nuts. And I can't breathe. The air goes out of my body, and I'm on my knee. And then she hits me across my nose, and I'm bleeding. All right, and I go, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. As I'm saying, I'm gonna kill you. the Mount Vernon. It was Mount Vernon's the next town up from the Bronx. Mount Vernon cops are rolling. They go, "You're gonna kill, ma'am? Do you want us to arrest him?" I said, "Arrest me? She's kicking my fucking ass over here. What are you going to arrest me for? Bleeding on the sidewalk?" All right, so what happens? She goes, "Are you ready to go?" I said, all right, listen, I had a brand new car. I had like a nice 750i BMW. I said, "I'm not getting blood in the car." I said, let me clean up. All right, there's a gas station. I'll clean up. And she said, "You better be home in 15 minutes. I said, "Okay, no problem." So when I look in the window, I see all my guys looking at me. And I was like the man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was the man. I was their
Can't
god.
let him down.
I
Can't
can't
let him down.
I can't let him down. So I go to bed. I wash up. I had clean clothes in my car. I had a shirt, because I was a salesman. I had another clean shirt in there. Got a boom. And I put some gel in my hair, wet my face, boom. And I walked in and said, "What happened?" "What happened?" Told that fucking bitch to get home. Have some shell steaks on the grill when we get there. Let's go, baby. And I'm throwing money all over the place. "Hey, Mr. Santa," hugging me. Well, about a half hour later, they're making more people come onto the stage. They go, we got Judy from the Bronx. We got Mary from Yonkers. I lived in Tuckahoe. We got Natalie from Tuckahoe. My ex-wife came and I couldn't breathe. I went to jump. They threw me. I never went to another topless place after. That was the last time I was ever in a topless place. They threw me out. She said, "I'm gonna cause trouble. Don't test me." And she fucking went on that stage. I was like,
that is the ultimate one-upper. She so one-upped you on that.
So not only she won, now she kicked my ass. Now I'm laying home in bed. They threw me out, so I just went straight home. I don't know. She comes home like an hour later.
Couple $1,000 in her pocket in ones.
She came in second place. She rained on me like that. I was laying in bed, see all this money flying off me. I was like, oh, God. So, anyway, I have a very interesting life.
That's funny.
And it was crazy, but I brought it on myself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I brought it. So I'm going to show you and how I became Mr. Positive. And I lost my page, and then I called up I text people who and tell them, "Listen, this is where I'm going to be now, okay?" And I have people that follow me that hung out with me when I'm 10 and 12 years old. When I tailgate at Jet games, these are guys that lived on my block, all right?
So you people were already calling you that before you ever got onto like social media.
Yes.
You were known as Mr. Positive.
I was positive, Mr. Positive before I got onto the Positive Army started with Instagram, but I was always.
I saw the shirt. You sell merch?
What's that?
You sell merch? Merchandise? Like you sell shirts? And
No,
stuff,
I'm gonna.
You're gonna.
I'm gonna. So what happened was the girl that set up my page, I didn't know that she was actually the owner of the page. Okay, so what happened was I got up to like 40,000 followers.
This just happened to my friend. What you're talking about?
I had like 40,000 followers in like 7 months. Yep. I was rocking and rolling, and I went on April the 19th. Mm-hmm. By the end of April, this guy New York Nico says, "Listen, Jeff Garland wants to meet you." I said, "Jeff Garland, the guy from Curb Your Enthusiasm?" Yeah. Mm-hmm. He likes you. He wants to meet you. I said, "Yeah, I want to meet him." 3 weeks. I was on. He said, "Yeah." I met him. What a great guy. Gives me a cell number. He says, I said, "Dude, I'm a dry cleaner from the Bronx. That's a knucklehead. Has a good sense of humor. I'm not an actor." You know what I mean? He says, "No, I have a part for you. It's you. It's you. You don't have to act. It's you. All right. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna call you, and we're gonna do it. All right." So that was before COVID, but that was like 3 weeks into this. Then I'm a party guy. I party. I party. I work hard 6 days, but like Saturday, I go wild. I drink. I'm nuts. Man. Yes. So what happened was I was getting whacked out, and they were throwing us out of the bar. It was like 4 a.m. Yo, go home, Mr. Positive, you old bastard. Go home already. All right, I'm going wild. So I saw this girl I was messing around with. Her name was Big Red. I called her Big Red. So I said, "Take me to Big Red's house." I said, "I want to go to Jersey Shore and see the sun come up." All right, so they take me there because I can't drive. I'm whacked out, and I'm knocking on the door. It's like 5 a.m. "Yo, Big Red, come out, come out." She fucking comes out. Little Daisy Duke shorts, little bikini top. "Come on, baby."
You tell me she drives you to the Jersey Shore at 5 a.m. I'm impressed.
She doesn't know how to get to the Jersey Shore. We end up in Rockaway.
Close enough. Close enough. Close enough.
So I'm in Rockaway, and I see all these dolphins, and I'm going wild. I'm drinking. And to me, it's still Saturday night. Yeah. So the sun's up and everything. So I'm screaming, going wild. I do this video. All right. And then we go having lunch. We're having lunch. And the girl that did the page, "Wally, go on your page. It's blowing up." I said, "What?" She goes, you're on World Star. I said, what the fuck is World Star? I don't know. I'm 58 years old. I don't know what World Star is. He goes, no, go on World Star. They picked up your video. And when I looked, it had like 400,000 views.
That's crazy.
Follow. It was, by the end of the day, it had 1.5 million views. Wow. And I was just drunk, going crazy. Yeah. So Instagram was an instant high for me. All right, it was my therapy. I got to tell people what I was doing, and I would be doing that anyway to the people in my neighborhood. They knew because I mess around with the people in my neighborhood anyway. All right, so what happened is now I got a bigger audience to tell my stories to. You know what I mean?
You got responsibilities now.
Yeah. So and I have great stuff, but when we were at 19 years old, so I told this guy that the statute of limitations.
That's it. Yes. There it is.
He came up with it 20 minutes later. He came up with it.
Statute of limitations. Because this is the statute of limitations over on this, because this happened when we were 19. This is over 40 years, so we can let this one out. And he's a big time pharmacist now. Anyway, he was in a bad car accident, and he was almost decapitated. This guy. So back then, what they did was the technology was they put this metal halo around your head. And then they drilled
Vinny Paz.
They drilled the thing, and you had to be awake. They give the local, so they drilled his head while he was awake, and they put these things in him, and he had a full white body cast on. So now, and he's 9 months.
So like shit you see in the movies, back in the day. Yeah.
So 6 months into, he's going, yo, Wally, I'm dying, man. You gotta take me to Hunts Point. That's where all the hookers were back in the day, right? I said, all right, we'll take you. So we're driving around with this guy. He's in a white body cast. And it was the Christmas time. So we're ball busters. So I'm such a dick. You know what I did? The flashing lights for the Christmas lights, I hung them on the back of his fucking head. He has no sense. He can't feel back there, and he can't see. And he's walking around, and he's flashing like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The Christmas lights are flickering all around. They're going up and down. They're flickering. And we're in the bar. No one says anything to him because we're all ball busters. No one said to him, hey, you're flickering. Your lights are going. No one said a word to him.
He's in a full fucking body cast with a halo on. He couldn't have possibly drawn any more attention to himself. He didn't even need the lights.
Yeah. So now we take him. So we get in the car. I had a 78 Mustang. So we're driving around. We're looking. And back then, there was hundreds of them on the car. It was no AIDS, no HIV, all that shit. It was like free love and sex. You know what I mean? Yeah. And all the truck drivers, because Hunts Point is the hub where all the produce comes in and out of. Okay, and the fish market's there now. So it's big trucks.
Sounds like maybe that's where COVID started.
Yeah, maybe. So all the truckers are in or out of there. So that's where all the girls were there. Yeah. Okay. So, and all the guys from the neighborhood, all white boys.
It's a true wet market.
All right, yeah, they're driving around looking. Everybody's looking because they're like 10 on this corner, 12. It's unbelievable. So anyway, he goes, I like that one. I said, all right, we'll get it. So we circle around, we go get it. All right. And what happened was she gets in the car, but he's screaming because she's hurting him because she's trying to get his pants down, and he's in this cast.
Wait, you're just driving?
Yeah, we drove, and then we stopped the car and let it get in.
But you're in the car?
I'm in the car. There's two of us in the car.
Is it a twofer deal?
No. We did because it's not safe. It wasn't safe for us to get out of the car.
So what? You're just looking out the window?
Yeah, we're looking. So we're there. We're laughing and carrying on. All right. So what happened was, he goes, "Oh, she's killing me." I said, "Get him out of the car." So what happened was, because one guy had to get out of the car because there was four of us. Yeah. So one guy had to get out and be like the lookout, and then he was in the back. So we get him out of the car, and we put him on. Now what happened was, it was 1979. The crime lights just came out. Okay, so he's wearing a white body cast. The lights are shining down on this body cast. He's glowing. You can see him from outer space. And the people are driving like, is this for real? The truckers are honking their horns. His lights are flashing in the back. His Christmas lights are going. His body cast is shining. All right, it's great. And then the girl goes down on him right on the street, right in the middle of the street. She goes down on him. With that. All of a sudden, there's a bust. The paddy wagons are coming. The hookers are running up the block. All the pimps are peeling out. Wally, help me. What? He can't pull his pants up. I got to go around and help him bring his pants. As I'm pulling his pants up, the paddy wagon pulls right on me. It's like I'm giving him a blowjob. And then I cried. I'm sorry. My friend almost died in an accident. I'm sorry.
Just trying to get laid.
I just broke down for a blowjob, please. My father will take the car away from me, please. And they were all like guys ready to say, get the hell out of here, little fucking perverts. You know, it was different back then. So anyway, so I was crazy, and I never really matured. So I had something really tragic happen to me. And then what happened was, like you said, you were born to be a father. My book is going to be, it's called The Comeback, all right? And it's telltale stuff and cautionary tales, all right, and how you could fall into the abyss. You got to be careful. And I give people, they tell me I'm an influencer when I had a lot of people. I don't like to tell people what to do. I try to live by example, okay? And so this is what I do. You know what I mean? Sure. See if it works for you. I don't tell them you have to do this, okay? So what happened was, I was born my father was biracial. My grandfather looked like Brad Pitt, and my grandmother looked like Aunt Jemima. Okay, so if you looked at my father, you would say he was a black man. My mother was a Puerto Rican Italian. All right, so she was white, and I never got discriminated against. My sisters all came out white. Okay, but I was dark, and they used to tease me and stuff like that. My sisters, but I never got discriminated. I lived in the Bronx in 67, like that part of the Bronx, all Irish and Italian, like hundreds of thousands. You know what I mean? Like hundreds of thousands. Everybody, all the houses are attached or close to each other. You knew everybody's parents, their parents could hit you and send you home. You know what I mean? It was a different era. I never was discriminated against, and I grew up in a beautiful, loving home. My father was the original Mr. Positive, okay? He used to tell me, you're good looking, I'm proud of you, and I was good in sports. Even though I was a big guy, I wasn't big like that back then. I was a basketball player, got recruited by St. Mary's University, Division II. I was in Halifax, Nova Scotia. I played ball. I went to school there. All right, I was an all-star baseball player, second baseman, and a swimmer at AAU. I could do the individual medley. And he was like, my son's an athlete. You know what I mean? So we bonded, and we had a great relationship, and he was the risen positive. And all my life, all I got was positive reinforcement. I grew up in a beautiful home, like fucking Disneyland. And everybody, like your house, all the kids come over. My house, we had a pool. In the back, we had a basketball court. All right, so, and on the side, we used the guys who play bocce ball. That's all Italian game, and lawn darts. All right, we had all that stuff, all right, in the Bronx, all right. And I grew up in a beautiful home. My parents were a young couple that got married and stayed together. 4 kids. We all went to Catholic school, got a good education. And then in 1978, I was getting ready to go to school, and my house burnt down. Oh, shit. Okay? My father died in the fire.
No.
Yeah, my father died in the fire. My mother and I jumped out the window 25 feet. Okay? So I broke my hand, broke my leg, cracked some ribs. My poor mother really got messed up. She lived 10 more years after the fire, but I'll show you where I got my courage from her, all right? And the positive from my father, okay? Always positive, think of solutions. So what happened was our house burns down. We lose everything, all right? And I'm in the hospital with my mother. We're recuperating, and I'm crying. I can't believe this has happened. I'm in total shock. And she tells me with a broken verbiage, she goes, honey, listen. She says, we can't roll up in the fetal position and die. Daddy wouldn't want that. We have to go on, okay? And I was crying. Like, what are you crazy? What are you talking about? Yeah. That was the only man. They got married when they were like 17, and he was 21. You know what I mean? They got married. My mother graduated high school in June. She got married in August and had my sister in September before she was 18 years old. And they lived in the projects. See, he did it the right way. He moved into the projects because that's what they could afford. The rent was like $6 or $8 a month. And you live there for 5 years, save your money, and that's what he did. And he bought a house, okay? Wow. All right, so, and that's exactly what he did. And his work ethic, 6 days a week, being positive, that shit rubbed off on me. Yeah. That's all I knew, to work for 6 days a week. That's what I knew. So he was the original Mr. Positive. My mother, the courage my mother had, when she got out of the hospital, she said, I can't do, Kirby Vacuum was a door-to-door sales. My father was great at it, and he was great at motivating men. Okay, and he got people to work for him, and they loved. When he died, 800 people showed up at that wake. Wow. Okay, they thought a politician died. Everybody he touched, they loved this guy. They loved this man. So what happened was, she said, I can't do what he did. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to do something else. You know what I mean? So she was convalescent. She was reading, and at the time, videos. There was no Blockbuster video, no Hollywood video. So she was reading about videos. So she had like $10,000 left from the insurance. They rebuilt the house, and the little building we were in, we owned the building. So there was a vacant store. So she said, here's $10,000. She says, you got a few thousand from left over. Go buy these videos. We're gonna try the video store. It was 79. We went from 1 to 7 stores in about 3 years. Struck lightning in a bottle.
Wow.
Okay, so now I grew up in a semi-attached world, nice upper middle
That
class.
would have been the era of VHS.
VHS. That was VHS. That was VHS. And
They had the betas even before that. I remember those. Yeah.
So what happened was we struck lightning in a bottle, and we had 7 stores. And my mother moved us from the Bronx to Westchester. And when I was 24 years old, I bought my 3,000 square foot house with no mortgage. You know what I mean? I
Good
bought.
for
People
you,
thought I
man.
was a drug dealer. They just, oh, fucking guy's 24. He's a drug dealer. You know what I mean? And then my ex-wife, her stepfather was a wise guy, so he just figured I was mobbed up and I was connected. You know what I mean? So, but I lived a charmed life even after my father died. Okay, but I still was missing. I was angry with God. All right, that this happened. Such a magnanimous, 46 years old. You know what I mean? And he was such a magnanimous guy, so positive, so everybody loved him. And I used to wish it was me. I never considered suicide, but I always wished it was me and not him. You know, my mother was, oh, you can't say that. And then what happened was I got my wife pregnant. She was only 18. I got my wife pregnant. And when I had the baby, I cried for about an hour. And I saw that my little Dana born. And that's when I became Mr. Positive, because I said, now I know why God kept me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because this little girl.
You stopped living for you, now you start living for her.
That was changed everything. All right? I'll never forget that, man. And after that, the food tasted better.
Yep.
The air felt fresher. You know, and I said, this is what I was meant to be. So, but unfortunately, me and my ex-wife, we really didn't get along. And it was because of me. And what happened was we were looking to get divorced, and I had 1 kid. So what happened was I got her pregnant again. So she was. I came home one day. She's crying.
Drop 'em in.
Yeah. She goes, what are you crying for? I'm pregnant. It's, oh shit. So I extend your sentence another 2 years. You got 2 more years or add it onto your sentence. Fuck you. So we have, and then I still have to have a boy, because I wasn't gonna have kids with somebody else and have another. I just was gonna have 1 family. That was it. Right. So, and you had a girl. So, are you disappointed? I said, no, I have 2 beautiful little girls. You know what I mean? So then that was it. We were gonna, as soon as this will get
Boom.
All right. So what happened? We stayed away from each other for like a year, and we walked by each other. Fuck you. No, fuck you. It was really terrible. It was bad. Well, I don't know. We went to some wedding or something like that. We got whacked out. So I come home one day, and now she's bawling, going crazy. What's wrong with you? Why are you crying in the middle of the I'm pregnant? I said, oh, God.
Oh, geez.
I know. So now I'm in a good mood. So I said, listen, I'm a ball buster. I said, listen, you better have a boy in this one, because I'll fucking knock you up till you're 50 years old. You better give me a boy in this one. Fuck you, fatso. And we had my son. But what happened was he was so crazy. So I have ADD. He has it. And hyper. That she couldn't leave, because not one of us could handle him. They needed both of us and her mother. You know what I mean? To handle him. So we stayed together till he was like 7 years old, because he was just too wild.
And that's the best birth control, too. I bet you never wanted to have another kid.
No,
after
that was it, man. But I had my son. You know what I mean? I had my son. So and he was like me, and he was in sports and everything. And God said, he gave me a nice athletic kid. Listen, I would like him if he was a doofy kid or effeminate, but it just so happened he's macho, and I said, thank you, God, thank you, God, thank you. So I have a really a story, and I'm positive. So when that happened, I became positive, like crazy positive, and then I'm still, and I was blessed with looking younger than I was. So what happened was, when I was 40. I would take my kids on spring break, and then I would do my spring break. So I looked like I was like 26 or 27. So I used to go down to Florida, Daytona, and then we'll put a University of Mass shirt on. So I was pushing 40. And I was getting like 20, 21, 22-year-old college girls. You know what I mean? And I got away with it. I did. But then I was getting older, and then and then what finally. I said, I got to stop this shit. I was 46. My daughter graduated from University of Albany, and I was proud. She's CPA. And what happened was, she lived in this house with 5 other kids. They're all nice kids. They all got jobs. Before they graduated, they all had jobs. Beautiful, from nice families. So they did a barbecue for us to show appreciation for helping them get through college and stuff like that. So I go to the barbecue. So I'm wearing my Amari Stoudemire Nick jersey, my ripped jeans, and my Timberlands. So I'm looking like taking up 21. Right?
When in Rome, it was working.
Yeah. So I go there, and what happened was, and I'm hanging out with my daughter and her friends and their parents and stuff like that. So then they tap. Now, Albany's known as a party in school. So it turned out my daughter was a pretty good beer drinker. She got it from my jeans. All right. So what happened was they tapped the keg. I heard, shh. Oh shit, the keg. I got flashbacks. I got flashbacks to college. So I'm drinking. So these kids are in shape. I said, I'm not going to keep up with them. So I go over to the keg. I got the red Solo cup. All right. And what I'm doing is I'm pouring some Poland Spring water into the cup. And then I go over like I'm spraying. I'm putting the thing in. So I come over. And I go, yeah. I down the water. I throw the fucking stamp on it. Class of 83, bitches. On the king still. I still rule, and I'm down in water. I down like 6 waters in a row. They're trying to keep up with me, and I'm drinking water. And they go, yo, your father really is the champ.
I've heard of that with shots.
Yeah.
I know people that will send like shots and then take, but I've never heard of it with beer. That's good. That's good.
And I'm going over by that. So and then I'm stepping on the cups and I'm going crazy. So what happened was, where one of the guys' sisters was a grad student. She was like 28, 29. At the time, I was going back and forth to Florida because I had a long-distance relationship. And what happened was she was genuinely asking me how it worked and everything. She was. So my daughter's a little bit drunk, and her girlfriend's drunk. She's, look at Chase's sister's hitting on your father. So my daughter calls, you stay away from my father, you whore. He's like, oh, I can't do this no more. This is embarrassing. I got my daughter here. You know what I mean? So that was the
epiphany.
That was the epiphany. I said, all right, I got to start hanging out with people my own age. All right. So that was the epiphany. Because what happened was, they got me into the music. See, okay, so I'm 6. So when I was 10 or 12, the Stones, the Who. So I listened to all that shit. Then I hung out with my Irish friends, and they would listen to Neil Young and all the Southern rock and shit. So I listened. So my music progressed, okay? And then in the 80s, U2 and stuff like that. So, but my kids, they were going to concerts. I knew how I was a wild man. I said, no, I'm taking you. I went to every concert. I came down here to PNC Center. Yeah. Limp Bizkit, what is it? The Dysfunctional Family Tour. I went to Limp Bizkit, Creed, Ozzy. I went to all those things, right? I went to all of them. So then my son wanted to go see Korn and in the Meadowlands, all right? So now you're indoor, and they were smoking so much weed. So my son's only 11. He's, Dad, I'm good. I said, yo, I got the munchies. I just bought like $60 worth of fucking shit from the stand. Suck it up, man. If I got to eat all this fucking food, suck it up, kid. All right? So I grew up with my kids. I was always in their lives.
Right,
you know what I mean? And my house, I wanted my house because I knew what was going on. I wanted it in my house. So I was crazy. So I grew up with that. Yeah. You know? And then when I would go to the mosh pit, so now I wouldn't go pick out a guy like you. I'd go find these little skinny kids. All right, and then because I tell myself, go stay with me, watch.
You just mow them over.
Fucking mow them, and then I'd be standing over, fucking king, bro, 83, class of 83, bitches. All right, and they're like, yo, OG's crazy, but I was smart. I picked on this little skinny kid. I knocked him down, and then one time, so this girl said. A woman asked me out. I said, you know what? This is a woman. I got to go out with a woman. I got to stop messing around with these young chicken heads. I got to go out with a woman. So what do you want to do? So she says Bocelli. I said, oh, shit. That's like $500 a seat. You know what I mean? So so I took her to Bocelli, went to the Russian tea room, parked the car. It was just like $1,000 night. So I said, now, you want to do something? Yeah, okay. So I took her to Jones Beach, and Alice in Chains was going. Yeah. So I was rocking Alice in Chains. I
love Alice in Chains.
I love it. And I was screaming. And then I jumped in. I saw him body surfing, and I was big then. I just lost like 40 pounds. So I was like about 260. And I jumped in, and them guys like, oh, shit. Oh, gee, fucking weighs a ton. They're fucking, come on, you pussies, man. You fucking pussies. All right? And then I fucking body surf. And I must have went like about 30 yards. They passed me down. And I saw guys that were holding their back and shit. So she saw me doing that. That was the last day. That was it. That was the last date.
You gotta let them see you in your natural environment, though. You can't hide it. You can't fake the funk, you know.
So what you see on IG, That's me.
Yeah.
This is not an act. I fuck around with everybody. I mean, my place was a hangout before. Like it was in the neighborhood. All right, so I had this old guy. He was like 85 years old, and he's bad hearing. But he used to stay in my store and talk shit, and he would give me a headache. But I felt bad. He didn't want to be home. His wife threw him out. You know, and I get out. So I felt bad. He was driving me crazy. So I would say stuff to get through with everything I say. His name was Joe. Go, Joe, come on. Well, after this, we'll go fuck some hoovers. So you what? Because he couldn't hear me. Go get some, right? Or bring him in the back. He grabbed by the back of the head. What are you talking about? So I would say shit, or then I would start talking on and off. I go, yo. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Like a dub movie. Yeah.
So I'd be fading in and out with my voice and stuff. And then, so I was always messing around. Even kids would walk by, all right, I would tell them, like they're 12 years old, yo, your mother finally took their training wheels off. That's good, bro.
Nobody's off limits.
No,
not even children.
No, nobody. No. I just posted the other day, the guy's in the scooter, okay?
Yeah, so
he goes flying by me because I have a chiropractor next door to me. He goes flying by. Yo, fucking slow down, bro. All right, you almost fucking ran me over. I said, I'll put a speed bump here. I'm going to put a speed bump right here. You see you go flying in. So I don't, no holes barred. You know what I mean? And he banters. He goes back and forth. I'll run you down, bitch. You know what I mean?
That's
so,
awesome.
yeah, so I treat everybody the same. That's why I don't have to worry about it because I give equal ball busting, you know, and I really enjoy life. You know what I mean? I dodged death twice. Okay, so one I made it out of a burning house. Okay,
that story's unreal,
right,
man.
And the second one, because of my gambling problem, and then it's ironic. I did 2 commercials with MGM Sportsbook. All right, I was in it for a few seconds, but you get residual income. So I want to get into commercials. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
you'd be great for that.
Yeah. So what happened is MGM, they used me for 2 commercials, and then the guy said, oh, would you be a spokesman? I said, listen, dude, this is very ironic, all right? I said, but I am a degenerate gambler. I lost everything, okay? I had 2 homes, a 36-foot boat, a Corvette, a BMW. I lost everything, a Rolex. I lost everything. I was homeless. I was going from couch to couch, staying at a friend's house. I lost everything from gambling. I can't be a spokesman for that. You know, I did the commercial because I was just talking about sports.
Casino gambling, cards.
I was a
bookie,
sports better,
Yeah.
And it was bad. It was terrible. And what happened was, they said, "How'd you quit?" I said, "Well, it's a funny story how I quit. Well, I owed this bookie $30,000, and he sold it to a loan shark." And they came to my store, and he wanted the money. And I had a business, so I came up with like $10,000. So I thought that would be. I gave him. He said, "What's this?" He actually threw the money at me. He said, "I'm coming back Friday. You better have $30,000." And he didn't take the $10,000. He threw it at me. I said, "Oh, these guys mean business." So I didn't have the money when he came back. So he put a gun in my mouth. And at that particular time in my life, I was ready to cash in. I was so humiliated that I lost everything. I lost the respect of my friends and my family. All right, I lost everything. I just humiliated, and I actually told him to do it. I said, "Go ahead, go it." I actually challenged him to do it.
That was right in your store.
Right in my store.
Same store you're in now?
What?
Same?
No. That was when I had the Kirby vacuums.
Yeah, okay,
So I've been doing the dry clean for 12 years now. Anyway, so he hit me in the head with his gun right here. So I got stitches. So every time. So I told the guy, I said, "You ever get hit in the head with a gun? That shit hurts." I said, "Yo, I better stop gambling," because I had a headache for like a week. All right, and that's how I started. I went for help. I went to GA.
And that was
you know what I mean? And that was the list. I haven't gambled since 2003. It's 18 years.
Listen, man, I didn't know you were this deep. I didn't know that you had, I mean, the story about the fire, the gambling, a gun in my. I mean, I feel like you got to write a book.
Yeah.
Is it in the works?
It's in the works.
You're writing it now.
Yes, I have a friend I went to high school with. She wrote a book. And she's ghostwriting. I gave her all the stuff, you know.
Sure, yeah.
So it's good. I want to cleanse. Nobody. The reason I have very, very few haters, because I tell everybody the truth and I make fun of myself.
Yeah, right. That's
they
key.
they have no place to go.
Sure, yeah.
I kid around. I said, "Yo, Mr. Positive. You know what happened the other day?" I said, "My girlfriend broke up with me. We were right in the middle of sex." She said, "Listen, I think we should see other people." Come on, man. All right. So I'm like, 2 girls asked me out during the week after that. All right? And I tell the guys, stop being a miserable, miserable in Italian. You're miserable. Stop being a fucking miserable. And what happened was, there's a definition of a miserable. You live in your mom's basement, all right? You're playing Xbox, Call of Duty, and Grand Theft Auto to 6 in the morning, all right? And you're living in your mom's basement. I said, I'm 58. I'm 50 pounds overweight. I'm at the Met game all the time. I'm with a hot girl. I'm going with a hot girl. I'm 50 pounds overweight. I'm getting sex with the hot girl, and you're down in the basement choking the chicken watching National Geographic. You're watching the pygmies run around. You get all excited.
Right,
You're a miserable. So
those are the people who are the loudest, in my opinion. Those are always the trolls, the commenters, the haters.
Right. So I challenge them. I swear, I've been doing this 2 years. I've maybe 3 or 4 guys say, "Hey, what are you doing?" You know what I mean? Whatever. I have 3 or 4 people. That's it. Right? Because I take the ammunition out of their hands. Right.
You expose the skeletons in your closet, and people got nothing.
They can't say
I think
nothing.
the only thing that does that is brutal honesty. I really believe that because nobody lives a perfect life. Nobody is perfect.
Right.
And if you put it out there, then they got no ammo to come after you. You know what I mean? So.
I was gonna get out when the girl stole the page. So what happened was she owned the page. I didn't know it. I had 40,000. I had all this beautiful man. Jeff Garland wants me to do a movie. You know what I mean? Yeah. And Kevin and Joe Jonas followed me.
Get out of
here. 2
here.
of the Jonas brothers, and their friend is Jordan McGraw. He's Dr. Phil's son. He opens for them. He was texting me, "Oh, do something right," and I was like friendly with this guy, you know. So what happened was the girl saw that I was on Kelly Clarkson's show. All right, I was on Kelly Clarkson for I had 4 minutes, but they had to cut out 3 because of COVID. All right, but I was there for the intro. So anyway, when she saw that Kelly Clarkson, because she had access to the page, you know, when she saw Kelly Clarkson, she said, "I got to get paid." You know what I mean? I got to get paid. I said, "Listen, I haven't got
Agreed.
I didn't get not one dime from IG. Okay, Kelly Clarkson's not giving me money, but the people that follow me, I felt like we were like family and stuff like that. I'm a capitalist. I believe in making money. And I said, big companies are going to pay me. So MGM, for that little commercial, I made some nice money for that little commercial. I did a couple of voiceovers. I made money. I said, I'll make the big companies pay me. I'm not going to take money. When they wanted cameos, I said, I don't want to take $25, $30 from one of this guys or whatever. Tell you what, I'll do the cameo. You keep the money. So she set up the account. She got the money. So I said, you're getting paid more than me. You're getting the money. I'm not taking the money. All right. I said, I threw a Christmas party that cost me like $1,600. I paid. I didn't charge anybody that came. 60 people showed up at my Christmas party. You know what I mean? 50 people showed up at my grand opening. So I was loving life. You know what I mean? And I said, I'm having fun. You know what I mean? I'm having fun. And Instagram was a hobby and fun to me. It wasn't my life. Okay. And what happened was once she took the page, I said, screw it. But I'm going to send you stuff. I'm going to send you some stuff, some emails that I got. A lady in Nova Scotia said, please get back on Instagram. I have cancer. I'm holistic. All right. And your laughter and your zaniness is part of my regimen. Yeah. Okay. 2 women with cancer told me that. Yeah. Then a guy from Kuwait. So I get up early in the morning. I crash. During the week, I crash by 9 o'clock, 8:39. I'm gonzo, okay? So I wake up like 4 o'clock every day. I'm up at 4 o'clock. I'm up. Thank you, God, for giving me this day. And I'm pumped at 4 in the morning. I'm ready to go. Alexa, play Creed. And music comes on, all right? And I'm ready to go, okay? So at that time, because I open up my store at 7:30, so I have free time, all right? So I look at IG and I answer my direct messages. That's my time. So this guy wrote me this big, long thing from Croatia. And he says, he sent it to me. Maybe I only had it about 5 hours before I got to it, right? And he goes, if you ever have a chance to read this, I contemplated suicide, but I came across your page, all right? And you had so words to me because I told people my story about, being persevere and stuff like that. You had worse than me, and you keep going. You make fun and laugh. And I got a job. I stopped drinking because you saved my life. I swear to God. Awesome. All right. So I got stuff like this. I got to get back on. Yeah. I got to do this because God gave me a gift to make people laugh and to motivate people. And it's wasted talent. I want to spread it. And I'll make the big companies pay me. You know what I mean? That's why the public speaking, stuff like that.
So this one did all on your own. You started over from 40,000
Yeah,
roughly,
start-
and
yeah,
I think
yeah.
you're at 3,000 or something.
Yeah.
So wait. Well, before we forget, we usually
Right.
do it at the end of the show. Tell everybody what your Instagram is. Give this guy a follow. You want some positivity in your life?
Right.
What is it?
All right, Mr. Positive's Mr. Positive's Army. All right, or the
Spell
other.
it because I think there's an
Oh yeah,
underscore
it's
in it.
Mr. Yeah, no, yeah, Mr. If you put in Mr. Positive right away, you see
Okay.
my mug. All right, Mr. MR period positive. All right, and then the other one because I got my name back because I was pure organic, and when she kept the followers, all right, but she gave up the name, so I grabbed the name. So I have pure organic. So I got about 50. So I got about 4,500 between the two right now.
Okay.
So we're on the
It's
way
funny
back.
you said that because I just got a message, text
Right.
from my good friend Tim Sylvia, who's out in Idaho now. But I grew up with him in Maine. He was the heavyweight, UFC heavyweight for a while. But anyway, long story short, he's very into hunting now. He's got his own hunting channel and stuff. Same thing happened. He put all his trust in this guy to build his page.
Right.
Somebody that was was part of the TV program,
Right.
but built it off Tim's name and got him 50,000, 100,000 followers, something like that. And then he left the show,
Right.
and he fucking changed all Tim's passwords and shit, so Tim couldn't log in. Got into a little bit of a battle with the guy, like,
Right.
"Yo, this is built off me and stuff."
Right.
And the guy said, "Yeah, but I have the passwords. I'm the one that set it up," and he had to start over.
That's
so,
what happened.
Same
That's
thing.
what
Yeah,
happened.
yeah.
That's what happened to me. But so I was bitter but I get mad for I don't know, maybe about I can hold a grudge for maybe about 2 or 3 hours. You know what I mean? I'm an easygoing guy. All right, but when I have all this positivity, but I have some raging blood in me, and I blow up. I go crazy. So New York Nico, who I really like this guy. He was a nice kid, and he's the one that really exposed me to a lot. He did. All right, and when I was called, I said, what do I do? You know what I mean? He didn't answer me for 2 days because what happened was not only this girl teamed up with someone else, what happened was I was palling around with this girl. She was 30 years old. And I started liking her. I misread her. You know what I mean? Because I have a big ego. I misread women all the fucking time. Okay? If a poor woman looks at me for more than one
You're
millionth of
changing
a
your
second.
stripes.
Like,
Oh, she fucking wants it. She wants a sausage. All right, so I'm crazy.
Make sure he doesn't say goodbye to Renee on the way
Nah,
out.
stop. So what happened was, because all the positive reinforcement. So one time, I'm in this bar in Queens, Astoria, and the big screen, and Michael Jordan's, the Bulls were playing. So what happened was I'm telling my friend, yo, look at this fucking girl. She's eye-fucking me, man. I'm telling you, she wants it. She's eye-fucking. Check her out. They go, yeah. So I go over to her. I said, listen, I see you looking at me like you know me from someone. I had my my Nike jogging outfit on. I had my Rolex. I had my sleeve rolled up. So I said, you notice me? I said, I own a Kirby office in the Bronx. Well, listen, Mr. Kirby owner in the Bronx, you fucking egomaniac. You're standing underneath the television. I'm watching Michael Jordan.
shit.
When I look back, I said, oh, shit. So I walked over. What happened? Oh, fuck, girl's a lesbian. So, but really, I've messed up. So anyway, I thought the girl liked me. So what happened was I woke up early, and she was trying to model. And she was big. She was a tall girl, like 5'8", 5'9". She was tall. And she had all these modeling pictures. So I was flirting. I said, oh, man, look at you turning me into a stalker. I love this picture. Where do you want the honeymoon? Bora Bora or Spain or Barcelona? Where do you want it? You know what I mean? So then she got all crazy. She went all crazy. So she started a hate page. All right? Yeah, she started a hate page.
No.
Yeah. So they blocked me out. I couldn't defend myself.
Right.
They started a hate page. I couldn't defend myself. All right. So what happened was they were contacting all these people. So people were seeing stuff. The girl leaked like some telephone message because I got into the girl was usually like 18 and 19. I said, you're like my daughter because my daughters got married. They didn't need me not as much anymore. So I told her, you're taking the place of my daughter. We're really having a good relationship. And I liked her. You know what I mean? But she was evil. Turned out she was evil, and she took it. And then the other girl started. They cohorted, and what happened was they leaked a thing. I said I told her, don't fucking put that out there. I don't want that out. I was yelling and screaming at her, and she put that, and so people could hear that.
Yeah.
So they said, oh, look at Mr.
Listen, man,
Positive. Look at Mr. Positive. He's negative. So I said, you know what? People fought. They know me.
But everybody, and that should happen to me.
Yeah.
If you take a fucking little segment of somebody's life and you
Right.
try to make it define them, there are
Right.
going to be people that lets it define you. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
You know who you are. I
Yeah.
know who I am. I don't know you. You don't know me, but you
Right.
know who you are. If
Right.
you can look yourself in the mirror and you're comfortable with the man you see in the mirror, you can't let those little snippets that
Right.
somebody fucking takes out of life. Everybody has bad days.
Yes.
Everybody.
Yeah,
you
you
know
gotta
what I
take
mean?
gotta take the bad with the good.
Yeah.
You know? Shit, that's what it is.
Yeah. So, but I
You seem like a real person too.
If I
so,
took a
like,
video-
yeah, if you're being real, like you seem like you are, you're
Yeah.
gonna rub people the wrong some people the wrong way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But like I said, IG is my therapy, and I love doing it. And now I'm gonna miss a couple of things that motivate me. So when I was all excited, all right, that the Jonas Brothers were following me, and then they would actually comment on stuff. You know what I mean? And then Jordan would go. So I told my daughter, all right, I said, yo, you want the Joe Jonas and Kevin Jones? She says, oh, enjoy your 15 minutes of fame. That got to me. I was pissed when she said that. Then when I got to her house, she was going, because you commented on something. And she goes, Dad, this is Roger Matthews from the Jersey Shore. I was the big guy. I fucking like that guy. That's my man. I like that guy. That's my man. Get at it. He follows me? Yeah, because I wasn't paying attention. You know what I mean? I just was putting videos
You know,
out
this
there.
is kind of weird, but
Right.
who turned me on to you is my ex's ex. We followed each other for a little bit and got a little bit friendly.
Right.
He's a trainer in New York. Yeah, I don't know exactly where, but he's a personal trainer. And he posted a video of you and said, everybody got to follow this guy. This guy is fucking a ride. He and I just started following you. That was a few years ago.
Right.
And then we got to chatting a little bit here and
Right.
there. And I would see you at Spicy's, and I'm like, fucking dude's in my hood, you know? So I missed you one day, like I said,
Right.
by like an hour. I missed you at Spicy's. I
Course
almost turned back around and came back and introduced
You
myself.
said it, and that's what my daughter
Yeah.
read. She goes, Dad, he wanted to meet you.
Yeah.
She was all excited. She said, yeah, too bad. That's my boy, man.
And then I saw you would do return trips, and you came down here pretty on the regular. So
Yeah.
I was like, yo, next time you're down, man, you
Yeah.
got to do the podcast.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, bro, you're an interesting.
You ever think of doing comedy
fellow.
or anything like that?
Yeah, my friend Tara tells me they tell me to do a podcast. I really
You should
just
do a podcast, 100%. Yeah.
I really just want to help people. I have a story, and I really think that God gave me a gift that I really want to share with, and I could do it with the social media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And my business. I'm a dry cleaner. My business got destroyed with this. Nobody.
yeah.
Everybody's working from home.
Yeah.
People got laid off.
I want to ask you about that real briefly if you want to plug your
Yeah.
business, but it's called Pure Organic Dry Cleaning. So
Yes.
what is that? How do you're organically cleaning people's clothes?
Yeah, so
okay.
because pretty soon everybody will be doing it that way because the chemical they used to use called Perk, and you can smell it on the clothes, and it's not good for the people that's working with it. You know what I mean? And it does stay on the clothes for a while. So now it's like when they got rid of lead out of the gasoline. You know what I mean? And they got rid of the Perk from this. So it's natural. The clothes last longer, and it's good for the people that work around it, and for your clothes. It's good. So everybody's gonna have it eventually. If you have a machine and you bought it and it takes Perk, they'll let you keep it. But once it conks out, then you're gonna have to buy it. You're gonna have to buy the organic.
The statute of limitations is up
The
on
stats,
Perk.
yeah, it's coming to an end. So I had a nice little business. I had a nice business, and I was there, and like I said, I fuck with the customers before Instagram. Like the guy comes and he's giving me a nice suit, and he's this is a nice suit. When you need this back?
Flipping it on eBay.
No, I'm gonna wear it. All right, well, they come in. He said, "Oh, it's not ready." He said, "Listen, my kid had an interview, and that's a fucking nice suit. That Hugo Boss. All right, so listen, you gotta wait an extra day. If he gets
Hugo Boss makes some amazing suits,
Yeah.
but you ain't fitting into Hugo Boss.
Yeah, no,
that's that
no.
European
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
He said
I
his son.
can't.
He said his son.
No, my
Oh,
son.
he's
Yeah,
all
my
right.
son's like 6'4", like 200
He
pounds.
ain't fitting into Hugo Boss.
Oh, yeah, he's too
I've
tall.
tried him on. There's
Yeah,
no
he's too
way
tall.
anybody
He's too
over
tall.
200 pounds is fitting into
Yeah.
Hugo Boss.
I got one.
You probably could fit. You probably could fit.
Yeah. But so
You have a
but
YouTube channel? That's what you got to get.
Yeah,
You gotta
I
get a
do,
YouTube
but
channel.
I do, but I don't know how to put it. Like someone set me up TikTok. I don't know how
See,
to
but
do
that's
it.
what you
I
did.
just-
That's
I
what you
don't
did
know how-
wrong. I think
Right.
that's what you did wrong.
Right.
You got that girl because you didn't know. Right?
Right.
We're older guys. I'm
Right.
not that far away from you, and technology is foreign to us. I
Right.
think. I don't want to
Right.
speak for you. So you probably got somebody that was savvy and that knew how to do it.
Right.
And then you get fucked. We kind of had to figure things out here in the beginning. My friend was doing what Andrew does now
Right.
in the beginning because we didn't want to pay somebody. We weren't really making any money at that
Right.
time. And technology is kind of foreign to Frankie and I, but you're better off trying to figure it out yourself
Right.
because you're in control. You're in the driver's seat, and
Have
somebody.
your kids help you.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, we got Andrew now, but we're a long ways from where we were from day one. You know, we were down here with a monkey wrench trying to figure things out.
Yeah, so but I'm gonna reach a lot. So I'm motivated. That my daughter motivated me. Then another guy said to me, I told him what happened. He goes, "Oh, you don't have New York Nico anymore." I said, "I'm gonna get 100,000 followers." I don't think so. I said, "No." Let me explain something to you. I did it the first time. So if I did it the first time, why wouldn't I be able to do it the second
Absolutely,
time? Okay, I mean, people like positive stuff and they like my humor, and I'm good for 1 or 2 minutes. I could do 2 minutes a day. You know what I mean? And there's sometimes I have nothing. I tell them one of my old stories. You know what I mean?
I think you will. I think the followers will come, but I don't think you should look at it that way. That's how Frankie and I have looked at this podcast from day one, and I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life or what to do, but I think if you're truly being you, which I really genuinely believe you are, and you just want to help people and put positive energy out there, especially coming from your story. It sounds like your mom is an amazingly positive human being, and you said your dad was as well. I think you should keep doing what you're doing, but do it for you, not to build, not to try to monetize it or anything like that. Frankie and I would come down here every week and do it for free. We absolutely would, because it's like our bro out session. You know, it's kind of like. We shut that door, and he escapes from his kids. I escape from my kids for a couple hours. We come down
Easy,
here.
bro. Easy.
Oh, God, here we go. Gay humor again. Anyway.
Shut the door.
Put
locks in. Puts on some music.
The analese comes out. But anyway, you know, if you'll never be disappointed. If you just do it for you and the want to help people, you'll never get disappointed. Don't ever look at it like a number. Like, I need 100,000 followers. They will come. I'm telling you, they'll come with your personality, the content you put out there. It will happen. Just, you know, don't look for it, and it will happen.
I hear you. So, my aunt is 84 years old. So, I was going out with this girl, Big Red. I went to Florida on vacation. All right, and
Big Red would let you crowd surf at Jones Beach. I know she would have.
Yeah. So. I met Big Red was from the neighborhood, and she went to Florida to clean up. She got addicted to opioids. So she went to Florida to clean up. And then we were talking on Messenger, and she was talking to me in these little Daisy Dukes and all that. I said, "Oh, this girl got somebody." We were talking I said, I gotta go get this girl. So what happened was, I go to Florida, and I'm on spring break mode. Like, I was crazy. I went to like 3 or 4 Met games, the jet skis. I'm going wild all over Florida. I have cousins in Boca. My aunt's in Fort Myers. I have friends in Fort Lauderdale. So I'm going like wild. So I left the last week for her. And we went all over, man. We were going crazy. And she bopped the shit out of me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when it was time to leave, I said, "Baby, you got to come back to New York with me." You know, she goes, "I can't. I'm a felon. I can't leave Florida." I was like, "Oh, man." Shit. So now I'm back in New York for like 3 months. "Baby, I love you. Come back." I'm crying like a bitch. All right.
Vinny who? Vinny who?
Yeah. So Vinny's going to. So anyway, I said, "Look, what do you have to do?" So I paid off like a community service. It was like $700-800, and then I bought her a ticket, and I brought her back. So she has a really great body. She's all tatted on the over. She's got tats. So my aunt goes, "Well, you're such a nice boy. Why you have this desgraciado? So I go, "No, she's beautiful. She's a nice person." "Who's a Steve?" Because on her pelvis she had Steve's name, and she had another one, Mike. She had
God! On her pelvis. Why is your aunt seeing her pelvis?
Because she's in a bikini, and I was proud, so I took a picture. "Hey, here's my Big Red." I put a picture. I posted it on Instagram.
They blew it up and zoomed in.
Because she's watching on a big 50-inch screen. You know what I mean? So she what screen? The 36-inch screen she's watching it on. All right. So what was it, Steve? I said, "Zia. Steve was from last summer. If I have a good summer, my name will be on top of Steve's." So that's the kind of guy I am. I buzzball. And then I went to a funeral, and what happened was the priest. I couldn't believe it. I saw the priest. "Oh, this priest is still alive." I said. And so my aunt, and she's with 2 of her friends. They were all 80-something, and they tell you don't go to church enough, and they're all like really like, you know, well, yeah. So I said, "Oh, I'm gonna get them now good here." So I said, "I can't believe this, dude. Don't you remember him? He used to babysit for us on Friday nights." I said, at first it was okay, but when he started coming over with the white wine and the candles, I got to my man was here. She was melting me. So that's the kind of guy. Well, I have to, that's my
keep it
humor,
light,
but
man.
I keep it light. Yeah.
Perspective.
Yeah.
You've been through a lot of shit in your life, and you seem like you always come back to the right perspective.
I'm healthy. I'm 60. I get up. I have no pain. I'll be 61 in a few weeks. I have no pain.
Yeah.
I don't get sick. All right. I don't have no aches and bones. You know what I mean?
Liver's holding up.
Yeah, liver's fine. I go get tested and stuff like that. So I'm in good shape.
Good,
man. And my kids are beautiful and they're all successful, have good jobs and happy. I coming from a toxic marriage, I'm so happy my two girls found two guys that are really great guys that the sun rises and sets on them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they live good lives. You know what I mean? So I really
all a dad can ask for,
that's
yeah.
all a dad can ask for. So now it's my turn to get back up. So this is the third time I got to come back. You know what I mean? Because I had a nice business, I was making good money, and now COVID fucking destroyed me. Just destroyed me.
Right,
you know what I mean? It destroyed the business is dead. I would be out of business. You know what? I would be out of business. The Merchants Association paid my Con Ed bill, for my electric and stuff like that. And my landlord worker, I said, listen, your store was empty for 3 years before I got here.
Right.
You're going to be empty again for 3 more. You got to work with me, bro. You know what I mean? I don't even make enough to cover the rent. So he just added on to the end. He's not busting my balls. I pay him, So
It's horrendous, man.
You notice it's picking up yet? Or
yeah, but I was so far behind that it's going to take another 6 months just to get back, to the level playing field.
Mom and pop businesses got absolutely devastated, man, and it's horrible. I don't want to get political. Frankie's going to be like, he's going to get. No, I'm not, but it is horrible. They took it on the chin, the hardest. All these major outlet franchises stores were thriving, and mom and pop business was just getting crushed.
Yeah, they shut me down. They told me you're not an essential business. Boom, they shut me down. That's crazy.
That's nuts.
So anyway, but I'm gonna come back again. But I tell people be positive. Look, I'm a dry cleaner from the Bronx. I was on Kelly Clarkson. I was on NBC Live. All right. PIX came and did a TV show with Maricel Castro. She's the voice of the Mets. She's on PIX 11.
Listen, pal, you made it big now. You're
champ of the tramp
now, baby.
Now I'm with my idol. All right, because dude, really, you don't know. You're an influence on my life. I swear to God, bro. So I said, I'm gonna go meet my idol.
I had some really, really dark days myself, man. We've talked about it. I don't want to talk about it anymore because I've talked about it enough, I think. But perspective was something I struggled with. I couldn't put things in the right perspective.
Right.
And you've helped me with that. You seem like you always seem to be able to circle back and put things in the right perspective. And I linger in those bad moments for too long, and I'm a work in progress. So thanks, man. Thanks for always putting out great content, making people laugh. You have a very recognizable voice and a very recognizable laugh, and I feel like every time I hear it, it just makes your day a little better,
Thank you. My 1-year-old grandson, my daughter goes, you gotta stop cursing. I said, honey, nothing I do is scripted.
Yeah.
I just speak and I have ADD. Sometimes people say, dude, I don't even know what you're saying, but I just started laughing because I start and then I don't finish what I was going to say because my mind is racing.
Yeah.
And then I said, I didn't realize I cursed that much. You know what I mean? So I said, I'll try on Pure Organic. Let him watch that because he loves my voice. Yeah. All right? And when I come in, he thinks I'm the funniest guy in the world. And he actually goes, yeah, like that. He actually.
My dad listens to this show, and his biggest criticism always, you guys swear too much. Do you have to say the F word all the time? I'm like, Dad, it's not.
Can't help it.
It's not talk radio anymore.
I don't even realize it. I really don't realize.
I think it's part of being from. You're a New York guy. We're Jersey guys. This is how we talk. You know.
Yeah.
This is how we talk.
We're Bronx guys. So listen. So Vinny, stop crying. And Ronnie, come on.
This was awesome, man. Wally, thank you so much, brother, for coming in. We really enjoyed it.
It was a good time. Stories are great. We definitely
check him out.
Make sure give him a follow.
Mr. Positives, like he said on Mr. Positives Army, right? Mr. Positive
I think it's
Army.
_Army. Yeah. Mr. Positive _Army.
Anyway, he said if you just type it in, it'll pop up. Big things from this guy coming up. Let's get his followers back up there. Like you said, he used to have 40,000. And Wally, before you leave, you got to sign our board, buddy.
You got it.
Sign the surfboard.
You got it.
Thank you so much, man. I enjoyed this. It was a good interview,
bro. It was an honor to be here.
Yeah.
Really, I appreciate it, guy. I really do, man.
Absolutely, brother.
I really appreciate it.
All right, Champ of the Tramp. Check us out, guys. Mr. Positive Army.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.